What's up guys, another great day for some PvP domination, and now we finally got the new collaboration that Larium is doing, and that is with the Monster Hunter franchise, and we're basically gonna get, I think, 5 Monster Hunter themed champions, and one is gonna be for free from login rewards, and then we're gonna get the other ones will be available from other events, like pulling shards and fragments and whatever. But one thing that is kind of bumming me out a bit here is that, well, basically the TLDR version without going through all of the champions kits, because I want to do PvP today. But one champion of them is clearly intended for PvP, the others are not. And he seems very interested. Ah, come on. Give me a break, Larium, with all of those offers. The one champion seems pretty interesting for PvP. Wait, can we not see them in the game yet? Oh, okay, there it is. This one is clearly made for PvP, but I can't, like, he's HP scaling too, which kind of makes it interesting. I mean, he doesn't have, like, a tanky passive than Taras, so it's not... Like, don't get too excited about him, but I would definitely want to try him out and test him. And by the way, his kit looks insanely cool. I do like the build. Though he kind of... he has a weird way of holding the sword. It should be a little bit on the side. I can't get a good picture out of him, but anyway. I can't really test him. Unlikely that I'm gonna pull him. And probably there is better void champions to pull, so he probably wouldn't be on top of my list. But one little bit of shilling, that if I were to get 8k subs, which is pretty hard, I have been kind of at a stalemate at 5k and barely getting any more. But if I were to get to 8k, that would mean that I could get access to the test server, and I would always make a video about all of the new champions that might be relevant for PvP, guaranteed. That's a promise. I will definitely do it if I'm able to. And also I will be able to do like double the giveaways that I'm doing right now, so think about that. Consider shilling my channel to your friend, and even if they don't care about PvP, ask them to sub, and I can do better content if I can get like 3k more, which isn't gonna be easy, to be fair. But anyway, so it's an HP scaling champion. Basically, I think all of his skills have a little bit of defense ignore, not something like charge it. I mean, the difference between ignoring a little bit and fully ignoring the enemy defense is immense, but it still looks very interesting. So A1, 15% defense ignore and 20% chance for extra turn. Usually A1s aren't that OP, so it seems pretty good without knowing the multipliers and so on. A2 is kind of similar to Georgid A3, that it's ignoring a lot of the relevant buffs in PvP, including like Stone Skin and Strengthen and so on. And it also ignores defense and decreases the attack. By the way, I don't like these kind of effects. I wish they didn't start releasing them. I think this is a horrible design to have champions that permanently reduce enemy stats, unless there is a way to counter this with blessing or something else. But I don't think permanently reducing the enemy stats, I don't think that's a good game design. But I mean, who am I to say what Larium should do? But it seems okay. This is highly dependent how much damage it actually does. I'm sure it's not gonna do anywhere as much damage as Georgid A3, but even if it does, like, let's say half or 1/3 of the damage that the Georgid A3 does, then it could be a very relevant skill. And then A3 is just AoE with a little bit of ignore defense, and again permanently decreasing the enemy stats, which I said I'm not a big fan of. Then the A3, I mean, the A4 is like a secret skill. Attacks one enemy will ignore 50% of the target's defense heals this champion's turn meter by 50% if the attack is critical, and that's with all of his skills, but we're gonna assume that in PvP he's always gonna crit unless you like proc reaction or something. Damage inflicted by this skill cannot be decreased by enemy passives, skills or masteries. And so, as you might know, I have been crying about the Ukraine duo for the past year, even more than a year at this point. And plenty of times I have done it in CC chat as well. And many times I have gotten the same champion that they have bad experiences in the past, that when they nerfed Urogrim, which is not comparable, but when they nerfed Urogrim, there was a huge community backlash, and that's basically their excuse why they don't want to nerf Taras and Maritska. They have directly said that. And they have been saying for months that they are planning to release champions that are indirectly countering Taras and Maritska. So I guess this is kind of their half-hearted way to do it, that he could, I guess, technically one-shot Taras with this skill, since it ignores both defense and the Taras passive. But this is a secret skill and only becomes available when any 3 of these champion skills were used in a round, and so you're not gonna get this anytime soon. It's pretty hard to actually proc this skill, and even if he's an HP scaling champion, he isn't tanky like Taras, so it's still not super easy thing to accomplish. But then the passive places a shield buff on this champion equal to 25% of their max HP for 2 turns at the end of their turn. This champion cannot receive critical hits while under a shield buff placed by this champion. Yeah, actually, never mind, this passive is very interesting. I looked at the kit before, but I didn't realize how strong the passive is. I don't know how I feel about this. Imagine if you combine this with, let's say, Helicat, and you have both the block damage and the shield. So even champions, like let's say George at A3, that will go through the block damage and will ignore shields. But if he has a shield, he can't crit. Actually, this might be very strong. We will have to see. Maybe I will actually be interested in getting this champion. We will see. Definitely something to look out for. Do we still have time to play Arena after all of that yapping? But anyway, be a friend and shield me for your clanmates or whatever, and maybe I can get a couple subs, and maybe in the next 3 years I can get 3k more subs, and I could test that champion in test server. I have been kind of wanting to get to the test server for a long time, but 8k subs just seems like impossible to reach. Not that I haven't really tried to shield for subs, I guess I need to start doing it somehow. By the way, here's another shilling. I remember when I drank Monster on one of the videos, somebody was making some fair points that Monster has some like nefarious things that they have done, and do I really want to endorse Monster? And basically my response was that, like, you know, Nike does their shoes by, you know, Chinese child slaves and so on, and I'm not very like, I'm pretty black-pilled about massive corporations. They will all do horrible things if they can get away with it. Oh wait, I need to pick first. I think I can't even go. Damn, he has both Dutch and UDK. That's pretty tough for me. Okay, well, we're still gonna go with this. Anyway, so I don't know if you can see it on the video. This is what I'm drinking today. Not Monster. This is actually cheaper and better tasting, but it's not. You can't get it from every shop, but it's actually a Finnish energy drink called Thunder. So shout out to them. Not that you can buy it unless you're Finnish. It's not like a large corporation or anything. God damn it. I don't like this enemy. Should I go for Python? He even has the double immunity, so I can't get him with Hex or anything like that. I can't even decide if I want to ban Harima or UDK. I think we're gonna go for Harima ban. I don't think he's gonna ban my Rotos. I mean, this energy drink is like maybe like 50% cheaper than Monster, so it is actually pretty good value. I mean, I'm sure energy drinks are like probably insanely overpriced and have very good margins, but I'm no expert on that. Okay, how much can he do with Ronda that doesn't have attack buff? I mean, okay, that's I guess how much he can do. I mean, surely he can one-shot my Rotos and so on, but maybe not even with the bone armor stacks. Okay, that was with A1 too, that wasn't with the... Should I even revive Rotos instantly? I don't think there's anything else that I can do either. But yeah, I think we're gonna lose this fight, to be honest. He got too many of my champions and I don't have an answer to something like this. I couldn't have gone with Mountain King either. I mean, that might have worked against some other, like, these types of teams, but he's running double reviver with Harima and UDK. There's just too many issues. Like, Mountain King is not gonna be able to fight any team with double reviver unless you go with like a triple nuker or something. No team with double reviver, and Duchess is very hard for him in general, and both UDK and Harima passives they're all like basically a no-no for Mountain King, so he might have survived it, but he wouldn't have done anything here. I wish I would have had like Siphi maybe to revive my Rotos with high turn meter, so he actually gets to make a move. I don't think there's anything that I could have done against this team. Other than maybe this time it would have been better if I was... Wait, was I first pick? Or did he just open with the Duchess and UDK? Well, anyway, I mean, I can't polymorph or stun the Ronda, and I don't think my Rotos will ever get a turn. Or I mean, I don't think I'll even get him revived at this point, so it is what it is. Should I just surrender the first fight? Not a great start, but this is just unwinnable matchup for me. Maybe with the new Void champion. Well, actually, yeah, that would have definitely been great in this fight. What was the champion's name? I need to remember that from now on. Also, Plarium was saying that these champions are time limited, like Ninja and these other champions that are from other franchises. So you're not gonna be able to get this champion forever. I don't know how top tier he's really gonna be, but he's gonna be unique champion at least. I mean, I kind of feel like surely you can do something with this passive though. Assuming he has okay multipliers. Anyway, Fatalis Blademaster. I'll remember that. I'm gonna be away this week. I'll when I publish this video, I'm not going to be home. And it kind of sucks because I would kind of want to make a shard pull video on Friday, but I can't do it. And I don't know if I think I'll be back on like Sunday, like super late evening, and not even in my hometown. And I don't think I can get back to home on Sunday. So I don't know if I can make a video about it at all. I mean, that's not the biggest problem in the world, but kind of bad timing. Yeah, those rondas do get me pretty hard sometimes. Maybe I should have just gone with like Stallus and Braid for weak hits or something. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have used Rotos at all in that fight. Or maybe gone with triple nuker and not even use Python. I knew the Python wasn't gonna do anything with that 50% turn meter revive, so I should have just done something weird instead. The issue is that Ronda ignores shields too, so just stacking shields wouldn't have done anything against that. I kind of hope I get that same guy in some other fight. I want to get revenge for that. I knew what was coming, I knew I was gonna lose, and I still made the wrong choice. Okay, I wonder what his last nuker is gonna be. This is kind of weird pairing to have Leorios in a team like this, but I guess it is a multi-hitter, so technically it could be good against Rotos. But I think we're gonna go for the Helicat team without any reviver. Yeah, let's go with this. Last team I was expecting to lose from the lobby, but I think this is winnable. And by the way, good luck to everybody in pulling those Monster Hunter champions. They are time limited, and a lot of the raid players are like collector, like they like to collect things, and even if they're not relevant, people want to get them. So I'm sure a lot of people will be going for them and want to get them. And I didn't talk about the other champions because, I mean, I did look at their kits earlier, and I'm sure some of them will be good for PvE content, but I'm pretty sure the Void one was the only relevant champion for PvP. Maybe someday I will make videos about new champions, but it hasn't really been something that I have been doing so far. I'm sure I have done it about some champion, but I can't remember out of the top of my head. Leorios has kind of fallen off the meta. He used to be like the best nuker, used a lot in Classic Arena offense back in the day. And he wasn't used in Classic Arena for quite a while, but when we got Live Arena, a lot of people were still using him in speed teams. Similar types of teams that people were using in Classic Arena offense back in the day. Which one should I go for? Well, let's see if we have enough damage. Okay, we do. But the popularity of Leorios kind of faded away, even in Live Arena. He's definitely good in some matchups, like maybe if both of you are running a squeezy team, then he might be good in those kind of stuff, but people tend to go for very tanky teams in Live Arena, since both teams can ban one champion from the enemy. And I don't think Leorius really fits those. He's not the highest damage dealer, and he's not the tankiest champion. He can tank one hit, but he's not like he's not actually tanky. I don't know if I should have gone for the ally attack there. Maybe I should have just protected Rotos without losing the block damage. And yeah, again, the last night I was farming dust and I got like 15 dust overnight and nothing. I didn't get any upgrades with it. I think it might take me many months until I get the couple pieces that I really want to get upgraded, specifically on my Duchess, Rotos and Helicat builds. But I mean, like I mentioned before, there's nothing better, or like not even nothing better, there's nothing else relevant really to do with energy. I don't think dungeons are very attractive anymore. They should almost do some kind of buffs on dungeons, but yeah, the dungeons are not very attractive to me, so I'm totally fine using all of my energy in future to farm Sand Devil and Phantom Shogun, even if I'm not gonna do anything with the materials, and I already have like way more than enough for ascending everything that is relevant to me. I guess they're gonna be so common resources that people are just upgrading some random faction wars pieces in future, like for the full ascension. Okay, I am still recording, great. Oh fuck. Accidentally showed Discord. I don't think there was anything. Okay, yeah, there was nothing relevant there. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's not like I can't cut it out, but if there is nothing relevant, then it's okay. Speaking of Discord, since I was already shilling for the subs and the energy drink, then I might as well chill for the Discord. That I mean, wait. I'm again going for the Duchess first week. Why am I even doing it? Maybe I'll go for the Duchess. Let him have the UDK. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I have stuff like weekly leaderboards and PvP damage calculator, and we have people interested in arena, so consider joining it. And if not, at least chill those subs, because I really want to get access to the test server. Yeah, he got both the Rotos and UDK. That's not what I want to see. Now the Helicat isn't even gonna be good. I think we have to go for Staldus. Should I pick Necret? He might even pick the Necret as well if I don't pick it. No, I think maybe we're gonna go for Mitralat then. God damn it. I don't know what to pick here. Kind of out of options. I don't think any of my champions would be good against the Harima Rotos UDK combination. Rotos kills Helicat easily. Unit Phase 2 squeezy. Mountain King can't do any damage because of the Harima passive, and so okay, and yeah, now he went for the double immunity. Okay. I should have just picked like a Python and then Mithril as the last champion. Yeah, no way I can win this fight. I don't think. Yeah, and basically he has like a very tanky team and very squishy team, so he banned my Duchess, which makes sense, and like all he needs to do is just survive and he's gonna win eventually. I need to end the fight fast or I lose, so it's pressure is on me. What? He surrendered instantly. I don't know if it's because he wasn't expecting me to ban the Rotos. Like, I banned the Rotos because I went for the Helicat, and maybe he wasn't anticipating that, and that's why he like thought that actually he can't kill me in time since Helicat got a turn there and he didn't kill it before that. But he had double reviver, or like let's say one reviver and one pseudo reviver, and then multiple tanky passives in the team, so I don't know if I actually would have won it. I kind of would have wanted to play the fight in the end, but probably I would have won, I guess. I was panicking a lot in the lobby, but he ended up surrendering in like a couple seconds into the fight. So sometimes I overthink things way too much. It's kind of a typical habit of mine. Sometimes I make like mistakes. Like, I mean, this sounds kind of like egoistic, but often, it's not even sometimes, very often I make mistakes because I assume that the enemy like thinks the way I think and they know something that they don't, and then I anticipate them doing something and they don't even do it, and then I put myself in worse position, if you know what I mean. I'm sure everybody has those moments a lot. But I shouldn't have picked a Dormin. I should have just picked Python. No, picked Mitrola maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's already over. Again, we're not getting the Duchess in a fight. Let's go for the Helicat. I mean, early Helicat means that almost certainly he's gonna pick a buff stripper. Or maybe a lockout, but he's definitely gonna counter it. But now I have more options because I already picked one nuker. We are basically in a similar situation as the first fight, that he's using a speed team with Ronda, and yeah, we're not gonna go for the Python this time. Definitely not. Maybe even the Ukko would have been better option than Python. Ukko would at least revive with block damage, and he could also place the decrease attack debuff. Yeah, and this time we're gonna go for the Staltus that I was considering in the last one. And Necret. Maybe Necret is better. Wait, should I go for Mountain King? Should I go for Mountain King? Okay, let's see what happens here. I was like, probably Necret would have been safer option, but let's see what happens. What was I gonna say? Yeah, those champions like Kaimar or Ukko that would have had some CC, they definitely wouldn't have been good against this because he already has the Sifi and so on. He has double reviver. Maybe I should have just played it more safe and picked Necret, but yeah. I mean, Rotos can definitely one-shot like Weather on his first turn, so yeah, maybe I'm not even gonna get the block damage up on the first turn. Oh, I was expecting him to sleep the Helicat, but he didn't do it. Okay. Well, at least we got the block damage up. I think he should have either turn meter boosted or at least slept the Helicat. I'm kind of surprised that he did it on the Wukong, but I guess maybe he was expecting the Rotos to be faster than my Helicat. at least this buys me a little bit of time. I'm probably gonna lose though. Neither one of these nukers is gonna be good against the Duchess, even if I can kill the other champions. I don't know if I can do any of that in time, but I don't think I can kill them twice, like, which I basically have to do. I kind of wanted to... and I can't hit anybody except Rotos. I kind of wanted to polymorph the Duchess and get rid of the Stone Skin. But they had all those defense buffs up, so Stylus wouldn't have done enough damage if I didn't do this. Well, maybe if my... No, he's just gonna polymorph the Stylus. Siphi is gonna go before it. Maybe if Stylus were able to get the turn before the Siphi, and if he had enough damage to kill Siphi and everybody else, maybe I could polymorph the Duchess. Yeah, polymorph the Duchess and do it that way, but as you saw, like, this happened, so... Even if I polymorph the Siphi now, she's still gonna get the move before... Oh, I got wicked. She will still have got the move before Stylus gets his next turn. He's gonna be able to move twice and he can easily sleep the Stylus. Yeah, it's game over. Maybe I still should have considered Python. Yeah, both of the fights that we lost were against basically almost the same team. They were both teams with Ronda that had the Siphi and they picked the Duchess, so that I didn't have that option. With the Duchess I can get the whales up and so on, and it might still be pretty effective against Ronda. Okay, he's using a lot of defense scaling nukers, and I mean both of these are top champions in live arena, but they both actually have the same weakness, that even though they are very good, they don't have the highest damage and they rely a lot on the defense buff, so the Wukong is not going to be a great matchup for him, and I think it's very likely that he's gonna go for the Wukong ban. Which is hard to do now that I have Helicat as well. I have made... Oh, okay, now he's definitely gonna ban the Duchess. What can I do here? Yeah, I kind of put myself in box because I already picked the two supports as my first two picks, and there's no way that I can get double immunity in the team. Should I go with Rotos? Oh wait, what am I thinking? I'm just gonna ban the Dormin. It might not be what I wanted to do, but let's do that and let's not go for Rotos. Yeah. I mean, he has the Harima now, so Rotos wouldn't have been great, and he banned my Duchess, so I don't have any Reviver. We don't want to make this fight last too long or we're gonna lose. Ragas does have the stun, but I hope he's not gonna stun me before Helicat gets a turn. Okay, never mind. He's just gonna kill it with the ally attack. Never mind. I think that's over. There's no way I can win at this point. Wait, did he get the refresh proc on the card? I was thinking that maybe I still had a small chance if I polymorphed the Harima, and the Ragas probably wouldn't have killed me in one hit with the A1 because the UDK would have redirected one hit. Maybe I had a small chance, but no. Yeah, I guess this time we will go with without the UDK and maybe go with both Yasus and Necret. Maybe I should even consider Xena in this fight. Yeah, let's go for Xena actually. Well, actually, maybe it's fine with the Necret immunity. I can't pick the UDK anymore, so I can definitely get slept, but maybe he doesn't want to ban the Necret. Now I have double bolster, it's a bit harder to kill me with the ally attack. But should I go for Helicat or Rotos? Let's go for Rotos. If I can polymorph or ban the Harima, then if Rotos gets just one turn in the fight, I win. Oh, he went for Taras this time. Then I'm definitely gonna ban the Harima, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna do that. I guess Taras can hit me hard and I don't have block damage or revive, but then also I both have the Xena passive and I have the buff strip, so I don't know how this plays out. I wish the Taras would have gotten polymorphed, but no. Yeah, he doesn't want to use the boss on either one of those two because Xena is gonna come in hard. Wait. He did do it. If we don't proc reaction, we're definitely gonna kill Ragas here. We could even do the A2, which is gonna steal turn meter. I think we're gonna go for the A2 actually. Let's go for the A2. Hope. Okay, I was gonna say, I hope there's enough damage to kill Cardiel, but no, we didn't. But as you saw, we're almost full turn meter already, because we stole 20% from everybody. Okay, looks like we got a win with the Xena. You can't underestimate him. This is kind of because like, oh my god, am I gonna get a turn? Okay, good. We knew what he was going for, like his strategy, and he was using two champions, not just Sifu, but another support champion that does the double buff thing, so he was kind of almost forced to use Xena. Otherwise he just couldn't have used either Cardiel or Sifu. he could have just spammed their A1s, which maybe he should have done it. Maybe he could have still won that way. But at least we got a win because he got caught off guard. I definitely wouldn't mind getting a Ragash, especially now with my new nuclear. It would be fun to get him. Okay, we're gonna get best out of 3. Let's see what are we gonna do this time. I think probably against this guy I should always go with the Necrot. I need the immunity with all of the CC that he has. And maybe he's gonna ban it this fight. It's definitely high ban priority. Wait. Let me think about it. If we go for both Helicat and UDK, then he can't really... then we have to get the... Nah, he can just ally attack with the Cardial. Maybe I'll ban the Cardial. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Let's go with this. No, let's swap them the other way. So I have the immunity from Necrot on Helicat, and then I have the passive from UDK. So Sifi definitely... Oh, okay, he went with Torment. That means I can't ban Cardial. God damn it. He already did this, why did I forget about it? Now he's just gonna ally attack me again and I'm gonna be screwed. He's gonna ban Necrot and ally attack Helicat and he can't survive it. Ah. Okay, we lost this. We have to ban the Tormin. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna ban the Necrot. So Helicat is gonna die again before... Oh, he banned Wukong. Okay. Pretty sure if... Oh, okay. Saltus is lower HP. I kind of changed the builds recently and I forgot about that. That was kind of mistake. I should have picked Rotos then if I knew this. Now the Helicat is just gonna die again. Oh, he didn't die? Okay, now he's gonna die. Yeah. Well, we will not know next time that Salus is lower HP than Helicat is. That is kind of unfortunate. I wish Helicat would be my lowest HP champion. Or maybe I just need to get the 4-piece stone skin 4-piece lethal build on him. Surely I will get it eventually, but can't do it yet. Ah, how much damage is Necrot gonna take? I was hoping that he would move before they take turns so that he would get rid of the defense buff, but no. And I guess Harima is just gonna kill it now. Yeah. That was probably very close to just a little bit more HP and my Necrot would have survived that. Yeah, fighting against teams like this with Stahautus is kind of scuffed. I should have just did the right thing and protect the Helicat, and I think I could have taken this fight. Well, last time I put my was not UDK. I put my UDK. Wait, which champion did I put on Life Harvest? UDK, right? No, I put Nakarada on Life Harvest, yeah. Last time I put my Nakarada on Life Harvest because of the fights that we had, and maybe I'll learn the lesson from that fight as well, that Staldus is lower HP than Helicat, that Nakarada isn't gonna protect Helicat. Next time I'll try to remember it. The more I'm thinking about the passive on this champion, it does sound very strong. Cannot receive critical hits if it's under shield buff. That sounds very strong. Well, we will have to see how it plays out. I think because it's a limited time champion and it has so potent passive, even if it doesn't turn out to be top tier, I think it's kind of a trap card from Plarium that all of the Giga Whales have to go for that champion because they don't want to miss their own opportunity to have it. And if it turns out to be relevant in the meta and they don't have it, it's gonna suck to them. So probably lots of people are gonna try to whale for that champion. Yeah, we're definitely gonna go with Roto 7 if he has the UDK. Probably we will go with the good old Helicat team, and this time we have the Nakarada, and Helicat is at least lower HP than Wukong, so he's definitely gonna get protected in this fight. I wonder if probably if that champion turns out to be really strong, there might be some, well, I don't know if I should even talk about it because Barrio might not like it, but the accounts that happen to get the world champion might become very like rare and expensive if you happen to get it. Probably not, but could be possible. I mean, probably a slight boost to the price, but I'm sure it's not that big deal. He went for the Raman to preemptively. I don't know if he knows what I'm gonna do or not, but I'm just gonna ban it. We have the Wukong, so it is definitely possible to. Well, he has both UDK and Harima. Maybe it's not that easy. We can polymorph the UDK, but not the Harima, at least early on in the fight. And the Elva has cleanse, so we can't preemptively block debuff them. I guess we're gonna open with Stone Skin on UDK. Okay, it wasn't resisted. Great. So often the UDKs are built in very impressive resistance. I mean, it makes sense. UDK is a very meta champion, both in Classic Arena and Live Arena, and even both in offense and defense. So even though he was a free champion, he is one of those that you will put your best gear on him. Even though he seems super basic and simple, like on paper. I mean, he is very simple and basic, but what he does is just so good. Maybe even too good. I almost think that they should even consider nerfing UDK. I mean, if they were a game like, let's say, League of Legends, that does champion rebalances all the time, then I would say that they definitely like would and should nerf UDK, but since they very rarely do any kind of rebalances, never mind nerfs, and especially not nerfs, but even buffs they don't really do very often, I don't know if they would ever consider nerfing UDK. I don't know if we can even kill the Elva with A3. Oh, never mind, I'm stupid. UDK wasn't polymorphed anymore. Probably the Elva wouldn't have died even if the UDK wouldn't have redirected the hit. It is kind of nice on Wukong because most support champions, if they get polymorphed, it's basically game over and they are gonna die, they're not gonna come back, and even if you can revive them, they're probably not gonna get a turn. But for Wukong it's not that big deal. I mean, he's gonna die and then he's gonna come back and get a turn, so he's kind of safe to use as a buff stripper. Yeah, now it's looking very bad though. I don't know if Taros is just gonna one-shot the Helicat on his next turn. Oh, he doesn't have it. Good. We need to survive one more. Probably it's game over, like surely he's not gonna survive one more turn from both Taras and Parima. Wait, but he's still focusing Rotos. I don't know, I think he should be focusing on the Helicat. Well, probably we can't finish off the fight, but we're definitely gonna be able to annoy him a little bit more. Maybe it could even be possible, but probably not. Also, it's another protection Elva. I have seen a good amount of them in protection. Well, I saw a lot of Sifis as well, but Elva seem to be on it very commonly too. I don't know if I should do the AoE nuke now. I think I should go for the A1 and he's gonna revive the UDK. Let's do the AoE nuke next turn, but probably it doesn't matter either way. Oh, and the defense buff is protected, so I don't think we can kill it with the AoE nuke. Helicat is very good, but he's not that good. Okay, let's just surrender this. No way we can win it anymore. If the Elva wasn't strong affinity against Helicat, I think we still would have had a chance, but I wasn't doing any damage to it. Let's see if Hellhades website has the multipliers on the new Void champion. By the way, I don't get this. I have asked it from Blario many times, but why can't they just share the multipliers? It's so weird that we have to get the multipliers from data miners. Like, surely they don't even like that people data mine the game, so... But they're basically forcing us to, like, data mine it and follow the data miners. Let's go for Rodos early. Let's not pick UDK just yet. Even if he picks it, it might be okay. Okay, let's see. A1 is 0.22. That's like... Isn't Taras A1 like 0.22 per hit? Maybe it's 0.18. No, it's... I'm just dumb. It's 0.12 per hit. So 0.22 is kind of okay. Especially since... Or like good, since it has the ignore defense as well. But it is not like Georgid A1 or Candy A1. Are we just gonna go? I think we're gonna go over the same stuff. I don't see any other possibilities here. We could go for the Mitrala instead of Helicat and ban the Sifi, but then he can still... let's see what happens with that. But then we're not gonna have immunity on Helicat. I don't know if I want to do it. Well, let's see what happens. He can still pick another immunity champion or lockout or whoever, so I think Nekret would have been the safer choice, but maybe the Mitrala pick draws him off a little bit. Oh, he has good aura as well. 35% HP arena aura is good on a nuker like that. A2 is 0.3, not very impressive on this kind of skill. And the Georgid version, the Georgid A3, which is very similar to that skill, that has insane multiplier. I think it's 5.7, and that's with him fully ignoring enemy defense. Okay, I think we're gonna go for the Sifi ban, right? Yeah, we're gonna do it. I think surely my... Okay, never mind, he banned the Helicat. I was gonna say that surely my Helicat is gonna go first. I think he probably didn't fully understand my team, but like, we should be fine, even if he banned the Helicat, but now we have a Reviver, and we have a tanky team with Hex, so he's just gonna get destroyed by the Hex. I don't see how he could possibly make a comeback from this. I mean, my builds are not the typical builds, so he's probably not expecting me to run like 150k bolster dodges, but he should watch my videos so that he knows my builds. If you know this guy, tell him to watch my videos so that he can counter me better next time. Okay, so A2 is kind of low multiplier, A3 is 2.6. I think that's actually kind of low as well. And the A3 had 3.6 multiplier, which is better, but actually all of these have pretty low multipliers. I mean, Taras A2 in comparison, which has basically no cooldown because he's gonna do it multiple times every turn, every time you hit Maritska, and then on his own turns. That skill has 0.7 multiplier, which is like double or triple like the multipliers of this guy. And then his AoE nuke has even way more, like way higher multiplier, because you get 15% damage for every buff in your team. Well, it's probably a bit... you can't really compare other champions to Taras, I guess. It's definitely way better than like just champions in general, and I guess it's definitely going to be the second best HP HP scaling champion, but I'm sure Taras is still gonna be like 500 trillion times better, so... Except the passive does seem interesting. I mean, Taras passive is definitely better, but it is actually pretty good passive. I almost did the A3 because I was talking and I wasn't paying attention, but the A2 is gonna do more damage with the Harima passive up, since it does have a lot bigger multiplier than the Rotos A3, but the Rotos A3 normally does more damage because of the ignore defense effect. But yeah, no way we can lose this fight. By the way, it was funny. I think it was on my last video, or maybe the second last. I was also using Mitrola, and I was getting comments now that finally you're using the Mitrola without. Wait, maybe I should manual. It kind of got close. But finally, I'm using Mitrola without, like, also in the fights where I'm not using a defense scaling nuker. So the point is that lately, in the last couple arena sessions, as I mentioned multiple times, I have mostly been using defense scaling nukers. Basically Rotos and then defense scaling nukers and occasionally Xena, but Wukong is in support build, so that is kind of part of the reason, but of course I also kind of realized that even though she's not gonna offer as good protection as something like, say, Nakarada or UDK, even though she is pretty good defensively as well. But sometimes she can be devastating offensively because of the Hex, and if I pick Tormin, then they're definitely gonna pick double immunity and or cleanse to counter that, but people are not as used to Mitrola and they're not automatically gonna do it. But yeah, okay, so now that I actually saw the multipliers... Wait, this is not... This is the wrong tab. Here is the multipliers from Hail Hades website. Thanks to SAP, I guess, but the multipliers are not very impressive, so... I guess that kind of killed the hype for me, but I still think that you probably could do some funny things with him and Helicat. Because of like the passive that you can't crit on him if he has shields, and if you already have block damage, then even skills that ignore block damage and shields, they are not able to crit, so it will be very tough for George, for instance, or just in general to keep the shields up for as long as possible. You could maybe kind of like, what's the word? Like try to take turns between having block damage and having shield up, so that it's very hard to do any actual damage to that champion. I guess we already have bombs in the game, but it would be kind of interesting to if they made some champions that didn't really scale with crit damage and crit rate, but probably bombs is their way of doing that. Okay, so he kind of does the same thing as Mitrola. I mean, she also has AoE CC, even if it's not as good as the petrification, But then she does multiple other things as well, like the ally attack, so I don't know if we need to pick cleanse for this fight. Maybe we need to go with double reviver. Oh, and she has buff strip too. I think we're gonna ban the Mikage, to be honest. He still has to pick one nuker, so he can go for a lockout. Yeah, we're gonna use the tried and tested Good Old Helicat Necret combination. No UDK, but hopefully this will still be good enough. Oh, he went with Lasarius is his name. He seems very interesting, and I do see him increasingly often. I don't think he's still on the same level as, let's say, Protoss, Harima, Taras, or even Georgid, but he's probably right after those champions in like the level of strength. He's not tanky, but he has the 2-turn lockout on every kill and some other utility as well. He even has damage mitigation in his kit, but it's not that big deal. It's not that strong to be very relevant, yeah. I can weak hit on him. I don't know if I want to go for the... I think we should try to go for polymorph. Let's see if we weak it. Okay, we did. Again, there's a guy running protection Sifi. And of course the nuker got all of his stuff protected. That's why I was going for the A2 and not the A3. Well, thank God we got the Taras polymorph at the start. That actually maybe saved us in this fight, or actually at least helped us a lot. He's gonna kill the Wukong again. God damn it. Wait, does the lockout have cooldown? I guess it does. I'll have to look it up after this fight. I didn't realize that it had a cooldown. I mean, it makes sense, to be honest. Yeah, he's just gonna keep killing the Wukong and turtling the fight. That makes sense. Nice, we got the whale up. Let's go for the Siphi kill instead of him. Yeah. Issue is that we're not running UDK, so we're not proccing the Helicat counterattacks quite as often. Yeah, that pesky protection. So I was talking about it in the last video that when I'm not running Wukong, nobody is using protection set Sifis, and I've come to realize that actually many people have multiple Sifis, and they literally have one Sifi with protection set specifically for this. But usually, if I don't run Wukong, I don't see protection set in every team like I'm seeing right now, which is kind of funny. Wait, what am I doing? I almost like I was clicking too fast and I almost revived the Wukong with dodges. I don't even have, like, both the Necret and Helicat have block buffs debuff, so I wouldn't even put the whale on them. It would have been a complete waste. Okay, now it's looking kind of bad. Oh, nice. The Taras damage removed the debuff. That's great for us. Oh, the Siphi is pretty squishy actually. I didn't realize it, but it makes sense. He's already in protection set and probably building for like full speed basically. Okay, nobody died. I think we had the block damage on next turn. If we get it on next turn, maybe we're still okay. This seems very hard fight though. I don't know how am I able to finish this off? Well, I guess I am not. Is he gonna kill Datus? Okay, never mind. Now it's definitely over. Yeah. If I meet that next time, I have to try something else. But it is a pretty strong team. By the way, make your predictions. When am I gonna get my first primal champion? Do you think it's gonna happen this year, the next year, or the year after that? Place your bets. They are so rare that I am definitely not guaranteed to get one this year or even the next year. And I'm not gonna buy any primal shards. I have seen some people already with like fully empowered primal champions. I don't know how that's possible, even if you buy every single primal shard back available, like how is that even possible? Okay, he went for the UDK, that makes sense, but I don't know if I would have wanted it with the Helicat combination. Are we still gonna go for the same thing, or... The issue is that he has the Taras in the team. I don't know if Xena... Well, actually, never mind, let's go with the Xena. If I pick Xena and Necret now, I'm gonna ban the Taras and maybe it can work out. If he bans the Xena though, which probably, like, I don't think that's the first thing in his mind to ban the Xena, but if he bans the Xena, then I'm gonna be in big trouble. Like, if he picks Harima now and bans Xena, then I'm totally screwed. But if he doesn't, then maybe this will be okay. Come on, pick something random. Let's see Ragas. Not Harima. And no George, please no George either. Okay, it's a Harima, I mean. Of course it is. I don't know if I have to ban the Taras. If he bans my Rotos, there's no way in the hell I can ever... I'm not tanky enough to fight the Taras without Rotos. or like Helicat or something, so I have to go for the Taraspan, but my damage is gonna, like, Rotos is not gonna do anything. And with the Harima damage reduction, I don't know if Xena is able to do enough damage either. Well, Harima isn't the most tankiest champion. I mean, he does have his passive and the shields and the strength and so on, but maybe I can kill the Harima actually in a couple hits. I think we'll open with the A2, right? Yeah, let's open with the A2. Steal some turn meter. Okay, never mind. Maybe it's okay. We're gonna get another attack buff for next turn, or maybe not. Depends if Justice gets taunted or not. And he didn't, which is, this works for me. He's kind of playing it in the, like, for the long game to steal that defense, but well, I don't know, let's see. Maybe we're not gonna kill anybody with no, I think maybe we will. Even when they got the shields and Marichka healed them to full, but they have so many buffs. Maybe I have enough damage even despite the Harima passive to kill her. Let's see. Ah, okay, no, not even close. Never mind. Last time it was closer than this time. If I would have killed her, then I probably would have been able to, like, even if she gets revived, of course. Oh, nice. But I was thinking that, oh, he surrendered. He surrendered. Yeah, I was thinking that maybe I could then keep killing her with the A1 and the ally attacks, but I guess he surrendered there because he was thinking that I'm gonna now easily kill the Siphi or something without the Harima passive. Another kind of unexpected preemptive surrender. If I was him, I would probably play it at least a little bit longer, but this is already the second time it happened today. I don't know if it's just people being hasty or they don't want to deal with my BS tactics or what's up with people surrendering like that. If you know that guy, then ask him why he already surrendered. What? wait, that's the same guy, right? He just doesn't want to fight me. What? Yeah, it's the same guy. I don't know if I offended him or what happened, but it doesn't look like he wants to have a go at me. Yeah, now I'm even more curious. If you know him, then ask him what happened there. At least I gave him a little bit of breathing room, so if he should know, then he probably got somebody else than me, but I don't know why Otzi doesn't want to fight me. Now it feels like I'm just getting a padded record and these fights don't even count, so I don't get a big ego boost about 3 wins either. I think there's a good chance that he could have actually won both of those fights if he tried to do it. I think I fought Tyler yesterday, but maybe I recall wrong. Should I go? Nah. The thing with Mikage is that not only has she the CC, but there is the ally attack, so I probably should go for double bolster in this fight. Very likely that one of them is getting banned anyway. It would be interesting if there was a champion that has inbuilt bolster or shield set, or one that maybe scales from shields or something, and you could have like a nuker that you build with bolster or that passively does shields. Would be kind of fun to do like some type of maybe Brockney setup with something like that. But Ronda ignores shields, so with the A2, so there's no reason to go for Brockney in this fight, not that I can do it anyway. I want to go for Rotos. Okay, let's do something different. Yeah, let's go for this. He has pretty squeezy team, so maybe we can actually do with these nukers. And he did pick Ronda, so Ronda normally destroys my Rotos and Wukong, but against these champions, he can weak hit on both of them, so maybe it will be okay. If he doesn't pick Lockout, I'm very likely gonna ban Mikage, which we're gonna do. I mean, the Ragas can still destroy me, so I'm not quite sure if we can defeat Tyler, but let's give it a go. Since he went for the Arbiter, I'm sure he's not gonna do the Siffy turn meter boost. Nice. Oh, it would have even been better if Wukong actually died there, because then that means that he would have gotten a turn earlier. That would have been so funny. And of course, maybe it would have been better if the Ragas got polymorphed and not the Siffy. Okay, this is actually great. This is a very squeezy team. We're gonna get kills, and even without attack buff. And when you get kills with her, yeah, we need at least 2 kills with the A3. But if we get 2 kills or more, then we're gonna resist the cooldown of the A3. So I remember I had one fight maybe like 3 or 4 videos ago, and I did like I don't remember what exact was his team, but it was something squeezy with 2 revivers, and I think I did like 4 or 5 the Ronda A3s in row. It was more than 3 for sure. That was a super weird fight. Maybe it was like double reviver with Maritska or something really weird. But I was just spamming the Ronda A3 endlessly. Oh, we actually won against Tyler. That's cool. And we got the legendary book for it. I mean, I can't complain about rewards too much. I mean, we're getting free stuff, but considering how hard it is to get these rewards, I mean, not too many people in the game has done it, and I don't think too many people are ever gonna get these rewards. Even if they gave, like, let's say 10 primal shards on every single of these rewards, I don't think that would be too much. Like, literally, I think all of these could give like 10 primals or something better. It would be totally fine, and then it would give a lot more incentive for players to do live arena. I don't get why they are so cheap with the in-game rewards. I have talked about it before, and I made one video about Watcher of Realms, but basically that game's business strategy is that they copied like literally every single mechanic that you know from Raid, and they just made them all better. They're all like more user friendly, and like they have same events, they have same pity system. Literally everything about the game is the same except the combat. But in that game also the events are like massively more generous than Raid events. Like you get every week the most important like the top tier in-game resources. You get them from like random holiday events and so on all the time. I know that I have shield for Watcher of Realms before, and I'm not forcing anyone to play that game, but I do recommend to try it if you want to give it a go. I'm still playing it even though I only made the one sponsored video for it, but potentially I might do more videos on it too. I have actually gotten way luckier in that account, like in that game and on that account than I have on this one. And I have like 2 of the best champions in the game. And one of them is like basically like a primal champion. It's extremely rare champion and it's one of the best primal champions as well. What is he gonna do here? Harima and Taras maybe. Okay, almost. Pretty close. I don't see how I can win this fight, but maybe we will go with Xena, just to see what happens. The issue is that Ronda is gonna one-shot me. I guess I'm basically gonna lose either way, like now he's just gonna kill me with Taras AoE, and he's not gonna do the Siphi turn meter boost on the first turn, but if I don't go with Ronda, then he's just gonna like I mean, if I don't go with Xena, the Ronda is just gonna one-shot Protoss on the first turn and it's game over. But yeah, I think either way this is... I don't have good solution for this type of team. Oh, actually what? I wasn't expecting for my Wukong to go before his dodges. I mean his the Siphi, I guess it's a very tanky build. Okay, I was too slow. I was maybe gonna polymorph either one of his nukers, but Wukong did the choice for me and actually stole his buffs. But honestly, this was actually better. I wasn't banking on stealing the Stone King, and that means that Ronda, I guess she's gonna A2 the Rotos now, but she can't go for the Wukong. I don't know if that's actually good or not, but I got definitely very lucky there. Come on, please don't get feared. The issue, yeah, fuck. The issue is that even though my Wukong is faster than his Siphi, which I wasn't expecting, but I don't have UDK, so I'm gonna get slept by the Siphi if I don't get the immunity buff up on the Wukong. But I guess I got incredibly lucky stealing the Stone Skin. I don't think we can kill the Taras with the ally attack, but it would be kind of funny if we could. Oh, never mind, he got the whale up anyway. I can't recall if Xena already has AoE nuke or not, but probably she doesn't. Do I want to put the protection on Nakarada? Xena is gonna lose the immunity in one turn and that's not gonna be good. Actually, I'm gonna put it on Xena. I mean, now he's definitely gonna go after the Nakarada, but it is what it is. Okay, never mind. Taras is too strong. Okay, let me think about it. yeah, those Ronda teams are very rough for me, and they always have something like lockout that I can't ban the Ronda. She is a nightmare for go second teams because not only does she lock out champions and block their passives, but she also ignores shields, so I can't just stack shields against her and survive it that way. If she didn't ignore shields, I think Ronda wouldn't be too bad matchup for me at all, and maybe I would use Brockney a lot to counter her. No War, I like this name. I don't want to get too political, but I think there's so many wars that people are kind of like too used to them, and they are like okay with many wars for some reason. Even though like there's always like some, you know, some wars that become very popular in the news, like the Gaza war or the Ukraine war, but there's like so many other wars going on all the time, and many of them don't even get a lot of news coverage because wars are just so basic stuff, and there's always like 10 different wars going on at the same time. Anyway, I hope we don't get into any wars with Finland. Our country recently joined NATO basically because of the Ukraine war. If we only go a couple years back before the Ukraine war, Finland had been at a stalemate for like forever. That basically maybe like less than 50% of the country are against NATO, and less than 50% support it, and then there were like people that were undecided, but there wasn't any kind of consensus that we would be able to join NATO because it wouldn't be 50% or even close to it. It would be like 30% or 40%. But now there is pretty strong now there is pretty unanimous support for the joining NATO, and that's why we did join it. And I get a little bit flack for it because I was always against Finland joining NATO, and I still am. And I mean, like, everybody is not gonna agree with everything, but for instance, we're gonna have elections soon for the presidency, and there is no candidates anymore that are against NATO, so I can't really vote on anybody that agrees with me on that. Even though just a couple years ago, like 40% of the politicians were basically against NATO. This is a very weird setup, but maybe my Helicat is faster than his Warlord. Well, probably not, but let's see what happens. Or should I just ban the... No, let's just ban the Warlord. I'm almost tempted to ban the Elva, because she has the cleanse, but now let's not do it. Mistral is still gonna be good in this fight. It's gonna give me boss, I guess, which is kind of gonna backfire with Xena, but it's still good. Well, it's not gonna backfire, but Xena's skills are kind of gonna mitigate the effect from the damage reduction from the boss a little bit. But they're still definitely gonna be net positive. Oh, wait, this is so rarefied. He doesn't have Harima or UDK in his team, and I'm not getting CC'd. So yeah, this is what happens when Rotos doesn't get hard countered. He's just gonna one-shot everybody left and right. There's no UDK, there's no Harima, I'm not locked out or CC'd, then what do you think is gonna happen? It is kind of funny, but because nobody thinks that Rotos is bad, but he's almost better than people think, just because the meta is so horrible against him. But in vacuum, he might even be the best champion in the entire game, or at least in the contention for it. I'm getting confused by those buffs, but I don't think Nakarada has anything except the shield. I mean, the NATO question is something that I care about, and I have kind of had the same opinion forever, but it's not like the biggest deal. There's other like important things, so it's not like I'm still gonna vote for a guy that supports NATO. It's not like I'm gonna not vote in the election. Not that I have anything against people that don't vote. At the same time, I think it's kind of weird that people are always like bashing those people that don't want to vote, even if they say that there's no candidate that they support, so they don't want to vote for anybody. And then people always flame those people, at least in the Finnish culture and media. And I don't get that. I think it's not any kind of virtue that you vote, but yeah. Anyway, not to get too political, I guess we had a pretty good run in the end after getting destroyed a bit in the midway. But yeah, we had a strong comeback in the end. Couple weird fights, and we even had this kind of exchange with No War. I don't know if we agree on everything, but I like his name at least. Anyway, that's it for today, and see ya.